All right, let's take a look at that full moon tonight. If you didn't get a chance to see it, it was absolutely gorgeous. The full wolf moon, and right there, that was Mars. So I took this picture probably about 30 minutes before Mars moved right behind the moon tonight, and about 10:15 it reemerged on the other side. So if you didn't check that out tonight, that was the planet you saw, the red planet there, Mars, getting close. That was about 30 minutes for what we call occultation as it kind of eclipsed there. Temperatures tomorrow are going to be a little bit cooler than today. We topped out at 54, a couple degrees above average. Tomorrow we're back below average with highs in the upper 40s. A series of dry cold fronts in the middle of the week here keep temperatures below average in the 40s, morning lows back into the 20s. So the cold weather sticks around, but by the weekend we should start to see southwesterly flows, so temperatures could jump back up into the 50s, but that's ahead of a bigger storm system. We've had a long stretch of cold weather. This has not been something we've seen recently. Really since the first of the month. That was the last time we had above average temperatures. We've been below average ever since. In fact, 13 consecutive nights below freezing. Our longest streak last year, it was just 10 days. So we're really seeing some cold temperatures. Now, long range is showing the cold air is going to be sticking around. In fact, we've got a high chance of below average temperatures going into next week, and the 6 to 10 day outlook and 8 to 14 day outlook shows very similar. So once the cold air gets back here next week, it could stick around all week long into the following weekend. So we're not done with the cold temperatures. In fact, this January is going to go down. I think it's one of the colder Januaries we've seen since at least 2018. The reason we're seeing so much cold air, persistent trough or dip in the jet stream. Look at the one that arrives next week. You can see it moving down here into the lower 48. Now, that is not the polar vortex per se. The polar vortex weakens over the polar region, and it allows cold air to spill south. So this is the mechanism that drives it down here. But we have cross-polar flow, basically cold air coming all the way across Siberia, the pole, down into the middle of the U.S., and then sticking around. The question is, will we have a storm system? Now, there's no snow or winter weather in the forecast right now, but the pattern would be favorable, especially after that system moves through this weekend. Cold air spills in behind. You see the snow in the mountains. The Arctic blast sets up shop, and with that big trough, we will watch for low pressure down here. Sometimes we see low pressure triggered along the Gulf Coast. That could spread east and then throw moisture back into the cold air. We'll see, but right now, nothing out there except for the pattern that we're going to watch. Now, the Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, this week will be mild in comparison to next week. Temperatures cold the next couple of days, but look at the 50s returning for Thursday, Friday. By Saturday, here comes that rain. That's the front that kind of cools things down this weekend. And so by Monday, highs struggle to even get out of the 30s. And check out the 10-day forecast. Most of next week, we'll spend in the low to mid 30s with morning lows in the teens. So very cold air sticking around.